Hi guys, are you in an age-different relationship? Well, this is something that happens to a lot of people, whether it's illegal or legal. Well, it really depends on if you are in an illegal relationship or a legal relationship. A lot of people think that just because you're in a legal relationship with a person means that it doesn't really matter if you have an age difference or not. It actually does affect people sometimes. Sometimes it could be a really bad thing. A lot of people that are younger tend to not be allowed to date someone because there's an age difference. Like their parents don't want them to be with that person, which is a very common problem. Um, if you are a minor seeing someone else that is also a minor and your parents won't let you be with the person, I recommend that you try and talk to your parents, find an agreement where you can still see this person and have your parents know about it. Whether they like it or not, they'll try and make an agreement with you to find a happy medium. If your parents still don't want you to be with this person regardless, and you are willing to see this person no matter what, behind the parents' backs or with them knowing, and I'm sorry, my hair's kind of wet, so it looks really gross, but whether they know about it or not, I recommend that you actually turn to your parents and tell them, well, regardless of what you say, I'm still going to be seeing this person, so would you rather know about it or have me do it behind your back? Parents would most likely want you to have them, they would rather them know about it than have something happen to you, God forbid, and them not know about it and something just, well, things could get really, really bad, and if your parents don't know about it, it would pretty much kill them. So parents would rather them know that you are with someone than have you do it behind their back. So they are more likely to say yes if you actually are going to be so willing to see the person regardless of what your parents say. So if you tell them, they will most likely say yes if you are actually going to do that. If your parents still say no, I recommend that you just don't see this person because you're still young. There are more people that are going to be coming into your life, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, you could still see this person when you are both older and it's acceptable, but you have more people that are going to be coming into your life. There's going to be tons and tons of other people, and you'll pretty much get over it in like a week or two. Believe it or not, it might sound impossible. You might be thinking, "Oh my God, the world's gonna end without him. He's my Edward," and all that other bullshit that you might be thinking. But you're gonna get over it pretty fast. You might get a new kid in school, and you'll be like, "Oh my God, this guy is gorgeous. Hell yeah!" You'll get over it pretty fast. So don't be so quick to jump off a bridge because your parents won't let you see someone. If you are in an illegal relationship with someone, honestly, it depends on what the law is, because I personally think that the law says that if you are in a relationship with a person and you are 18 and older and seeing a minor, you just aren't allowed to have physical contact with them, like sexual contact. It's either that you aren't allowed to have sexual contact with the person, or it's that they aren't allowed to date a minor. So it depends on what the law actually is. If the law is that you aren't allowed to have sexual contact with the person, that's pretty easy. All you have to do is not have sex with the person. It's not going to kill you. You're better off in a relationship where the person actually wants to be with you as a person than a sexual relationship. It's not going to kill you not to have sex. So if this person will pretty much jump off a bridge if they still don't have sex with you or they're not having sex with you, you shouldn't even be with them. So just end the relationship if that's the case. But if you really love this person and you want to be with them, like you think they're the one regardless of their age, and the law is what I think it is, just don't have sex with them. It's not going to kill you. It really isn't. You will still be in a relationship with the person, and that's all that matters. If you are, if the law is that you aren't allowed to date anyone that is a minor, that's when things get tricky. Either you could ask them to wait, depending on what time you are going to turn 18. If you're going to turn 18 in a year, then you could turn to the person and ask them to wait for you because it's only a year. It's not really going to be that much. They're going to be stressed with college and stuff, and but you could still be in a relationship with the person and they'll still be able to wait for you and things like that. They're just going to be busy with college stuff anyway, so not a big deal. But if you aren't going to turn 18 for several years, I recommend that you end the relationship because you don't want to hold that person back and you don't want to hold yourself back from living life. Like, you don't want to be sitting home while this person's out at a frat party, or they're at a bar with their friends, or they have a house party, or they have some girl in their dorm doing a project or something like that. You don't want to be sitting there freaking out, worrying about if what this person's doing. Are they cheating on you? What if they get drunk? Are they gonna have sex with someone else, regardless of if they don't mean to or not? So yeah, it's going to be very stressful for you if you make this person wait several years, because you're pretty much cutting their lives short, and you're cutting your own life short, because you're going to be wanting to go to parties, sweet 16s, and things like that. So I recommend that you end the relationship rather than have you both be insanely stressed out and holding yourself back from a relationship and other people, because it's not going to be good. You could always go out with this person in the future, and yes, it has the risk of that person finding someone else, but would you rather them find someone else than have you both get so stressed out and nervous about you guys doing other things with other people, and have you guys get so frustrated that the relationship ends on a very negative note? You don't want that, because if it ends on a negative note and you were so stressed out because of stuff like that, like you were overprotective because you were so scared of something happening, it just might make the relationship not redeemable. So you're better off ending the relationship and possibly dating them in the future, whether they have a risk of going out with someone else and whether you have the risk of going out with someone else, then it gets to that point where it might not be a redeemable relationship anymore. Now, what was I gonna say? If you are in a relationship with a person and you still can't have, like, you find it impossible to not have, like, sexual contact with this person, at least not every once in a while, all I do is recommend that you be very careful, because you don't want this person to go to jail for several years just in the sake of you guys doing something that lasted several minutes to an hour, or maybe even more. But I'm just saying, it's not worth it. So if you are with someone that you are in a legal relationship with them, and you are about to turn 18 in a year, ask that person to wait. They'll either say yes or they'll either say no. You could go out with them in the future. If they say no, it's really not going to be that big of a deal. If you are not going to turn 18 for several years and you really like this person, I would recommend ending the relationship rather than holding you both back from doing things that you want to do, making each other miserable, and maybe making the relationship non-redeemable and ruining something that you could have had that was good. Now, if the law is what I thought it was, where you just don't have sex with the person, simple, just don't have sex with the person, you're still going to be in a relationship with the person. That's all that matters. As long as you are still with them, that's all that really should matter. If they still can't live without sex, honestly, you should just dump them. But if you can't resist not having sexual contact with them, at least not every once in a while, like for their birthday or something like that, I just recommend that you be careful. Now, if you are a minor and you aren't allowed to see someone else because of your parents, try and talk to them about it. Find a happy medium. It's not the end of the world if you aren't really allowed to see this person or you don't see them, because you're still young. There are going to be more people in your life, so don't be so quick to go cry in a corner about it. You're going to get over it in about a week or two. Trust me, you're going to shock yourself about how fast you actually get over this person. You could always date them in the future. It's not the end of the world. Try and find a happy medium. If you can't, I recommend that you just end it. Be completely honest with your parents. Don't go behind their back, because God forbid something happens to you, they are going to want to jump off a bridge, and it's not going to be healthy for you. So don't take that risk. You'd rather your parents know about it just in case something happens. So hopefully this helped you guys with any of your problems. Leave questions, comments, or message me with any of your personal situations so I can give you an answer that'll best fit your problem or situation. So hopefully this helps, guys.